Hey guys, it's your boy Malik on Fleet 3.0. I'm on 2K19 my career,
Hello, everybody.
and I'm playing with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's like my 38th game on my second season playing with this
It'll be
team.
the New York Knicks going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Thunder. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. So we're right around halfway through the season.
That's the luck tonight, bro.
I'm an 86 overall, so I might be like heck of good in here. I haven't played in a while though. Not gonna lie to you.
Let's meet your New York Knicks starting lineup. Starting at point guard. At 6'6"
We've got an electric crowd in a sold-out arena here in New York City.
All right, let's get started.
Champion Oklahoma City Thunder facing the New York Knicks. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Baer, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at New York. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another, so they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
And maybe just more than wins and losses at stake, it could be pride. They'll be using everything in their arsenal to try and avoid the season sweep.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The forwards, George and Grant. Russell Westbrook
That
out
was
of
a
the
bad
top,
pass.
and it's Plumlee in at the center position. In the corner, Hardaway with
He missed it.
There's 3 pointers off the mark. When the super teams are dominant game after game, some people are going to ask, what's the point of even playing a game?
Well, in the regular season,
Yo,
I do
where's
that
my
all the time.
pick at?
I sort of laugh at it because this is what the season is about. 82-game grind, having competition not only with opponents, but within yourself, within your team, battling for minutes. And we understand that a lot of these teams are
Come on,
to
Zeke.
win in the postseason. The regular season doesn't mean much for them. They're going to qualify for the playoffs, but there are other teams in this league, Kevin, trying to fight to improve. And on nights where you have opportunities to play against that kind of
I
dominant
am
team,
too
coach
rusty
can
to
say,
be playing this game right
see
now.
the potential, see what is possible. We just saw it here tonight.
And take some personal pride in your performance.
No doubt about it. And you can stack yourself up against these super teams that roll into your arena to find out exactly where you are. And sometimes winning a game like that for a coaching staff, they can say, let's use this momentum to build on it. We just beat one of the better teams in the league. So psychologically, it works in a lot of ways during the regular season.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Ntilikina. Offline with his 3. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2
All right,
Eastern
let's go.
Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with.
He should be happy. I don't want him an NBA championship.
And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Now Westbrook.
Oh, I shot two. Oh, okay, never mind. I made it.
Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hardaway, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Dang it.
The shot by Thompson, no good. New York trailing.
I shot too far, that's why.
Pass to Hardaway.
That's the only reason.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Trying to get open as Thompson. Porzingis can't hit.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 8 points for AI.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Porzingis. 38 points for him last game against Detroit.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their effort.
Now here's Porzingis, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Oh, shoot, I wasn't paying attention.
Jump shot is good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
He's got
people are just keep texting me. Don't you hate that?
Game Hardaway Jr.
People don't text me when you're doing nothing, but when you start doing something, that's when everybody wants to
Oklahoma
text
City's
you.
gone 1 and 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hardaway against Thompson. From down in the low post, it goes. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Porzingis passes to Knox. On pass to Porzingis.
Oh!
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the shot is good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Stolen by Grant. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Thompson. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Lock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Oklahoma City shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Thompson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Money. All right, let's go.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Right side jumper for the 3. Here's Robinson.
Oh, he got...
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
I want to get to the game.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
More, I tell you, it didn't take
I have not shot a lot of threes in this game.
Strong offense.
And I usually do.
Nice lead
Because the
plan
freaking
coming
people
in
won't know
right
how
now.
to set a screen. I'm messing up.
Nice lead that they have.
Don't know how to set a
They've got
freaking screen. Makes no
out
sense.
there with Robinson. Then there's Amon Shump, and it's Dotson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Raptors put on a show. He had 55 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it.
Oh, I missed this freaking steal.
This game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And you know what? Up against the weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they want.
Yo, why did you take... Hold up. I got 19 points. Why would you take me out?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Makes no freaking sense.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from AI.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one.
No foul?
Skilled and relentless.
And on the floor for Billy
I'm still mad about that foul that should have got there.
The forwards, George and Grant. Thompson is up there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
Out to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. No good from outside.
Well, I legit did nothing but score.
1 of 3 since starting the second half. George finds Thompson.
Foul!
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Down low. Here's Hardaway.
And you want to blame me for real?
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Hardaway Jr. with a show of strength who got to the inside there and then converted through the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Thompson
Money.
from long range. Rebounded by Knox.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
Yo, how did I miss that? I was dead open.
Brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, trailing by 4. Thompson against Hardaway. Plumlee, great position.
If I miss one more time, and I should
Don't
make
be
these
surprised by
shots.
that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Passes it to Knox. Porzingis feeling it out of it. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, you think that position maybe gets too much blame.
Probably. And coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
And
to
pay
coach a
that
team.
kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor.
Foul!
is
If I don't get a
gonna be
freaking foul.
Whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job, because management would like to see a different product out there. So
I wasn't so rusty. I don't have
sometimes
50 points by
the
now.
management movement, and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Will Barton is checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Russell Westbrook. Tipped away. Shumpert with it. Now buried by Barton from about 19 feet. Shumpert, no good.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be
I missed that by myself.
At the bottom of the net right now.
2K.
He's frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
2K, I know you're cheating.
Payton against
Because you should not be doing it. You should not be able to do that. If you're by yourself, make the shots.
Here's Robinson. Plumlee with some nice D.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
The try by Thompson. That ties the game. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and
Let's
looking
not mess up my
you can try to key in on him, but that's
I can't make
they run
threes
plays that
for
routinely
some
give him
reason.
makeable looks.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke. Greg, he's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
The Knicks making a switch here. Dotson's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Robertson, he's checked in. And that one's good. Barton.
And you can see how dangerous that catch-and-shoot game can be. Will Barton continues to impress.
And Shumpert kicks to Dotson. Some nice passing by New York here. New York, no good that time either. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Thank you.
No time on that one. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
The pass to Dobson. Robinson against Plumlee. Pass to Payton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Knicks shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Payton. And the Thunder making a change here. Nader's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
That's to Dotson. Takes it to Cephalosha. And the shot goes in. Cephalosha's got his first basket of the night.
That's the biggest aspect of Cephalosha on defense.
Money.
Length, and he uses it well that time to get off the shot close to the bucket.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. Amon Shumpert is out there with Payton. That's Thabo Cephalosha. Then it's Robinson. And it's Dotson in at the 3, the small forward.
Yo, can we stop
And that'll be
fouling?
2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
Thompson is checked in for Tavo Cephalosha. Knicks trail by 5. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Take a look at Thompson, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more, and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing
crap,
we
I wasn't
all
paying
know.
attention.
We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012, but Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not, and that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but at the time, it was the move that OKC made.
And yep, another basket.
Once again, he's hit the 40 mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he has moved into third all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Let's go.
Jordan was able to put up 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87, but that mark has been passed. What a special year.
Knox, he's checked in for New York. Both teams will make substitutions. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back."
All right, thank you, David. Here's Thompson, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. That free throw good from Thompson. He hits both from the stripe.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Knicks trail by 10. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
So Porzingis can post you up, he can face you up, he can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Hardaway against Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 44.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Brent, the league's playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the place where they can succeed more often.
Big, son.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Porzingis with the ball, now defended by Grant. Porzingis is doubled. Here's Ntilikina, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee. Hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge
if he makes this,
victory for Oklahoma City.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both.
Get
complete
big,
And
son.
when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
And he was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Grant. Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Diallo subbed in for Russell Westbrook. It's deflected.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I like to see it when he's swatting it away.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Here's Peyton. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Nice shot by Thompson.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Robinson dishes to Shumpert. With nobody on him.
You made that for real?
But when Shumpert can have a little bit of room to find some angles, he can slither in to score like that.
Oh, I was about to say if I made
For
that.
Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.
That's what I call dominating.
AI, there you are. I got an interview lined up for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right this way. You're on with Shaq and Kenny.
Oh, thanks, man.
The 2K Sports post-game show. And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our post-game guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hi, this is Shaq. Your performance tonight, oh, heavenly. One of the best I've seen in a long time. What allows you to dominate with your scoring the way you did?
Oh, man.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
Here you go.
I just dominated. All right, let me show y'all some things. See, look at that. Look at that. Nobody's near me here. Right? Standings. Look. We have not lost a game. Where is everybody at? Nowhere. Well, for MVP, I already won Rookie of the Year last year. And look, I'm at Defensive Player of the Year again. I'm just dominating. All-Star voting, I got more than King James, all right? I'm going to be a team captain. And of course, I'm going to choose him on my team because he's LeBron James, all right? He's LeBron. You have to choose him. See, look at that. MVP last year, Rookie of the Year. Oh, I didn't get Defensive of the Year last year. Look at that. Destroyed the Celtics. Just dominating, all right? Look at the records. That's not it. Most three-pointers. This is me now. Look, this is me right here. This is 2020. All right? You think that's crazy? This was last year. This is this year. All right, this doesn't show yet. Look, 73 points. I'm fourth. I broke the season game, a single game record, single season record with 23 pointers, and I could not beat it. Like, it's so hard to beat it. Like, I keep getting 20. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I just want to beat it. Is that it? Hold up. In the playoffs, I have the most total points in the playoffs. And of course, the threes I have the most. Is that it? Hold up. Career 3-pointers. I'm about to have more than these guys. Like, legit. I'm about to have more than these guys. .40 games? No, I'll go for season. All right. See, look, 40-point games, I had 38. Wilt Chamberlain. See, I only played 38 games in this season, and I have 38 40-point games. Just imagine. There's 82 games. I'm going to break. I might have break these two eventually. This one, I just need a couple more games. Just a couple more games. 13 more games. And I tie it. That's all I need. All right. Malik on Fleet 3.0. And like and subscribe.